Good morning, Sean from Billy Goat Wargaming here with a review of the new character packs for Peter Pig's AK47 range. There are 4 in total and we'll have a look at each in turn. So the first is pack 180, and as you can see they're from range 17. And this one is the mercenary leader. So Peter Pig have done character packs for AK47 for a while. But these are new versions. So what you get is 2 bodyguards and the main guy himself. So this is the mercenary leader. Hopefully you can see him all right. He's got quite an imperious look about him, hasn't he? Got his arm behind his back, and I assume that's some sort of swagger stick. In a beret, and then 2 bodyguards. So I think what I'll do is one of the bodyguards will go on the base with the leader figure himself. They've got some sort of beret as well with an AK47 and a backpack. Very nice. And I think the other guy will take his chances in amongst the other ranks. Beautifully sculpted as ever from Martin. Really nice. I'm going to try and get some paint on these later today, so if I manage that then I'll add that onto this video. So pack 181 from range 17. This is the Dictator, or self-declared dictator, I suppose. The old dictator figure was always a very firm favourite of mine. So another bodyguard in a beret with an AK-47. Got a lighter equipment there. He's got some ammunition pouches. Looking very determined. And there's the main guy himself, waving his hat in the air. Obviously making some great proclamation, I would imagine. So it's the flat cap. It's a very similar pose, I suppose, equipment style to the original Dictator. And you can really paint him up in any colour you want. Because as he's a dictator, he can decide what his uniform is, and then there's a repeat. Of the bodyguard figure. I do like this strap that's hanging down there. That's lovely. Very nice work, Martin, as ever. Pack 182 is the religious leader. Got to have a religious leader in Africa. Goodness me, he looks a scary fellow, doesn't he? Wearing some sort of African tribal dress there, I would suggest. His hair looks like he's had a bad hair day. Bare-chested, I think. I'm right in saying. So he's got some sort of skirt on, and then, as my granddad would say, a waistcoat or a waistcoat. So he's proclaiming something. And there's his bodyguard. Gosh, I like him. He's a great figure. Love him. He's also bare-chested, I would suggest, with a waistcoat. Got a pouch there and an AK-47 and that sort of flat hat. Don't know what you call it. But again, 2 of them, so they'll take their chances in amongst the other ranks. And finally, we have the People's Popular Front, my favourite. army type in AK47, whether that's reloaded or Republic Classic. It is pack 183. I'll have a look at him in a minute, but oh yes, I like these guys. So look at him, he is great. So this is the bodyguard, but equally you could use him as a leader in his own right. So he could perhaps lead the a colonial settlers or a superpower backed client force list without any problem. Love him. With an AK47 and a beret. So he will appear on the base with the PPF leader, and the other will maybe become, I might promote him. And here is the People's Popular Front leader. And he's got a pair of binoculars in his hand. What I do like about Peter Pig figures is there's very little flash, ever, anywhere on the figures. The only bit you ever get is this little bit on the bottom, which I'll just clip off, and I'll probably just run a file over the bottom of that base. But he is also splendid. I can't wait to get some paint on him. He looks the business. So there you go. Let's get all four of them, all of the leaders anyway. Laid out for your delectation. So there they are. Actually, I've just thought that obviously these bodyguard types, if you wanted 3 figures to base, you could just mix and match out of each of these packs and make a, that'd be a good plan to bolster the unit. But also quite nice sometimes perhaps to put a vehicle on the base with these guys. Got to get around the battlefield somehow. Could be a Jeep or a Mercedes. For that, they all stand up without any work other than that little bit of clipping. So there you go. A little short video just to show you the new AK47 character packs from Peter Pig. See you soon.